Alrighty. Oh, there's audio. Yeah, I was fixing it again. So, yep, we're back. What happened? I just started buffering. It's internet. So, you should have sound now. Do we not have sound? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I had it turned down when I was moving. I was clicking on my keyboard. So I was waiting for everybody to come back in. So, yeah, there we go. Wait for some of the same folks to trek back in. Go ahead and share this video. But after, I'm trying to, let's see here. Alright, so that's the new one. And what's this one over here? Alrighty. Let me go there. Let me come over here. I'm just going to share this on Twitter and go here. I'm going to put we live for a bit. Alrighty. There's that. Alright, so that's that. And let me go over here and paste this. So let me go here and delete that one. Alright. Hopefully everything is caught up now. So well, let's see here. Yeah, now people are catching on to what's happening here with this Avengers game with Digital Foundry. So, all right, so let me close that out. Let everybody to come up. Why does it sound like I am sitting on my mic? Now that I do not know. It sounds good to me. Let me yeah, hold on. Let me reset that. It does sound like I'm sitting on it. You were right about that. Okay, so let me go here. Let's try to fix that. All right. Alrighty. Is that any better? Going once, going twice. It says headphone. There we go. All right. Hopefully that's a little better. Let's see here. Let me try my sound again. Let me leave this screen. I do have a lot of screens opened. So let me try to undo some of the screens here. Let's try that. Alrighty. Sounds fine. Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Now it's time to go get some of my old Kentucky home. The stream is moist. You got that right. Hold on. Let me get some of my old Kentucky home. Hold on. So it sounds like I'm far away. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to fix that. I have no idea why the stream does stuff like that. Let me, it didn't used to, but then when I got all these new components put in, it changed my sound. Now I have this MSIL, whatever it is, sound. And I gotta admit, it doesn't sound as good. Okay. Doesn't sound like I'm far away. Well, let's see here. Doesn't sound like I'm far away. All right. Now I just I plugged it in another hole, so let's see how that sounds. Let me, hold on. How that sounds. Hold on. Alright, that should sound better. That to me sounded better. If you're listening through headphones, it may sound crazy. But if you're just listening out of desktop, it sounded fine. So I just kind of hit a reset thing there. So, alright, that's going on in the news. Oh, man. I don't know if this woman that's on MSNBC, I don't know what it is about her. She just moves me. I don't know what's going on with that. Alright. Alright, now let's have a sip of the old Kentucky home. Yeah, nice and smooth. Alright. So as you can see here, we got a few things to talk about. We talked about that AMD super sampling update and what they expect it to do, because they are getting some good early results on that. Again, it's just in alpha. They're probably going to move it to beta. It may be in beta right now. Yeah, KINGTRASH, and shout out to KINGTRASH. He did like a 30-minute video, give or take, and breaking down Digital Foundry's breakdown of the Avengers game on Xbox. He also did a he also did it with Control as well. Now I thought his and he had more time with Control. He did say, I believe he did not have a whole lot. He had to go do something else. I'm gonna try to get KINGTRASH on the podcast. If not, I'm gonna have to start drinking Pepsi. You know. But yeah, I mean, again, I wouldn't. But shout out to everybody that's here. Oh, Sonny and VR, what is happening? Been a while. Certainly hope I know Sonny's looking forward to that new PlayStation VR, those patents that came out. Also, a big shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. It does look like that there will be some form of backwards compatibility, and I don't know how it's going to work. It sounds like you're going to be streaming games out of the cloud. I certainly hope it's better than that. I mean, because I don't particularly care for streaming, and this is if you want to play some old PlayStation games. I don't see why you do, because I don't know why you want to continue to play stuff from an older generation. So just get a PlayStation 2. I mean, I'm sure you can go on wherever, eBay or whatever you want to use, and whichever you guys want to use, and just do it like that. I don't, I've never understood it. I'm not going to knock it. I get retro gaming. There are retro gaming channels. So, and I remember being in class and playing on my PlayStation 2 when I got home. Couldn't wait to get home and play U.S. Navy SEALs and Siphon Filter and Parasite Eve and all that stuff. But I don't think that's important anymore. And that's just me. There's nothing wrong with those games. I enjoy. Parasite Eve is one of my favorite games of all time. I remember I had to fight some crab thing on there. I had to liberate that crab. So as you know what the rules are here. Hit that like button and share it. Share this out with your friends. And if you are feeling like spending a little bit, donating a little bit with your stimmy, go ahead and be my guest. I mean, we got our Biden bucks, so a lot of people got a lot of money. I mean, there's people walking around with 3 stacks. So I go to buy my Avengers game yesterday afternoon, and I'm at Best Buy, and there's people buying all kind of things up there. Televisions, keyboards, there are no GPUs. If you are building a PC, you are just, I don't know what's going on with the GPU situation. They had CPUs, they had motherboards, they had everything, they had everything but GPUs. So, you know, just letting you all know. I don't know what the heck is going on with you know, with the GPU situation, but people were buying everything, and I went up there and I had to show them the SKU. Because I'm trying to buy PS5 games. I don't want to have to buy a PS4 game and then do a bump or whatever they call it to get it to activate the PS5. I'm too lazy to do that. And it's not hard to do, but I was able to get. I'm on my 4th PS5 game, so I've got the 2 Spider-Man games. I got 2 Spider-Man games. I got Assassin's Creed Valhalla, give me $1. And I got the Avengers game over there, and yeah, the other games are just PS4 games now. Like Madden, I got the PS5, whatever it's called, bump, you know. So, but again, and I'm 7-3 with the Bengals. And speaking of the Bengals, how about that free agency that they're doing? If you're following the Bengals and you're a fan and the free agency, they've been extremely active. So, am I going to get any new TVs? Well, I got to move first. That's the first priority, is to move. So, because if I move, I may be able to go to Cheddar's with somebody. I don't know. Probably not. But I'm waiting to hear back. So, I'm moving no matter what. So, but yeah, good times, you know, good times. But no TV in my future. If I'm going to get anything new, it's going to be like a new monitor, or I may get a small TV, like a 32-inch TV or something like that, or a 43-inch Sony TV, and just make it a dedicated, you know, because right now I'm sharing, everything is on my TV I got in my main room, and I've got a monitor, but and my 4K player is hooked up to my TV, and I want that in my bedroom. So I prefer, if I'm going to watch movies I like, you know, I got a soundbar. I did buy that at Best Buy yesterday. That's going to be delivered Saturday, I think. Yeah, he said they deliver it Saturday. But no TV for me. Oh, crypto miners are grabbing the GPUs. Yeah, I mean, you can't even order them directly now. I mean, you used to be able to just order them directly from NVIDIA, which NVIDIA did delay the 3080s, I think. I think they did do it. So, Rudy Legends, you got stuck on Parasite Eve. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it took me a couple playthroughs. I finally finished it, though. But that was years ago. So, years ago. So, yeah, we'll talk about what KINGTRASH saw. And, I mean, it's obvious that I guess it's obvious. I'll just wait for NX Gamer's thing on it, because he seems to be the most accurate when it comes to this stuff. You know, these other ones, it's like they're going out of their way to find things, you know. But, again, I think some of them are just fans of certain consoles, and so they're going to try to accent, you know, or accent what is on the other one. It doesn't matter to me. Buy it on, play it on what you want. So, so as you can see here, and then, was that it? Yeah, and I did go see Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm not going to spoil nothing. I enjoyed it. It's a good Saturday popcorn movie. It had over 20 minutes of previews of other movies. That about killed me. But I'm glad it did, because I did my large drink. You know, so I had my 7-Up in there, go halfway up. Then I got that red high C, splashing something. I don't know what you Generation Z drinks this high C. I just want orange high C, okay? But I made my mixed drink, and I'm eating my popcorn, and preview comes on, and preview comes on, and preview comes on, and preview comes on, and you know, it's like, all right, you know, the previews are gonna last at least, 120 seconds. So that's enough time to get up and run to the bathroom. But saw it last night at an RPX theater here in my city, and enjoyed it. RPX has Skywalker sound, SDDS sound, Dolby. It had Atmos. So we had a speaker beneath our seats and everything. So that was pretty cool for this movie. For this movie. So good times. What's going on, Nick? What's going on, everybody? Turris is great. How you doing? Hit that like button. Don't be scared. Jamal Adams, what's happening? PUG channel, how you doing? Dribble Piss, thank you for the support. The REC, thank you for the support. They're members, and I don't know. I did put out here. Let me see if I can. Actually, let me bring this up here on the screen because I am working on my store. Let me bring it up here. Because a couple people been asking about it. So, let me go ahead and find my, but I'm going to show you what the member t-shirts are going to look like once I kind of get everything in, once I get moved and everything. So, let me go ahead and, let me see if I can go back to my main screen. Log in. I am not a robot. Yes, my card is empty. And let me go back again. It only shows me what I just started looking, what I just viewed. Go to the home screen. Okay, nope. All right, so let me go back again. Go back again. And let me just pull this up on the screen. All right, here we go. Let me pull this up on the screen. And here we go. We go here. I gotta click this button here. Window capture. So yeah, there we go. So that right now will be a free member t-shirt. Again, it's slim fit, it's unisex. It will be free. Don't worry about the $20. You will have to pay for shipping, okay? But the member t-shirts will be free. And again, this will be different colors. I mean, I just kind of wanted to show you all an example of what I was working on. The back has nothing on it, so you all can put whatever you want on the back of it. Freedom of expression. So, but yeah, this is what it's going to look like, and this will be a different color. It'll be a free T-shirt, and this is just the shirt that I have that I'm going to have coming to me. And but they'll be red, where this will be red, or this will be blue, or this will be green. Just so you know, but this is for the members now. So if you want a free T-shirt, again, you will have to pay for shipping, okay? But the shirt will be free, okay? The shirt will be free. So, and like I said, it's not that this is something I want to do for the members. So, but it is. This is on the house, how you want to put it. This is taking me a while to put together. Only because I had other stuff going on, and of course the pandemic hit, and we were super busy, and trying to get merchandise out probably wasn't with everything that was going on in people's families isn't one of the things that I was big on at the time, with everything that was going on. So anyway, it seems like we're getting past it. Certainly hope you and your families are safe. If you've had anybody in your family that's been affected. We've all been affected, but if you've been affected, there's people here for you. There's people here for you, just so you know. But I just wanted to show you guys that, and there's going to be cups and pillows and stuff like that as well. So, but yeah, that's what I've been doing with that. Do you want a free one? They're only free for the members. Again, they're only free for the members. So, and that's just something I'm doing for the members. But yeah, if I'll just simply say, if you're going into the Godzilla movie, thinking the thing, and I'm not gonna spoil nothing. If you go to the Godzilla vs. Kong movie, just go there to enjoy the movie. I mean, to me, I said it was like being a kid on Saturday mornings, turning on channel 19, because when I was a kid growing up, we only had 4 channels, but 19 was like in our auxiliary channel, and that's when all the kung fu movies and Godzilla movies came on, and that's where I first saw Bruce Lee and all that stuff. So, but yeah, Godzilla, we watched the Godzilla movies, and that it was fun. It was a fun movie to watch. You all will probably like it. I liked it in the theater because it was big and loud. I don't want to see something like that on the small screen. But I enjoyed it. And if you don't know, Warner Brothers has signed a deal with Regal. And so if you have a Regal cinema in your town, check to see if it's going to be open for that movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So it wasn't the best movie I've seen, but it was just a fun movie to watch. So it was just a fun movie to watch. But moving on, I want to thank a couple of new subs here. Carl the Truth Williams has subbed, and he subbed 10 days ago. And I'm late on these, and this is my fault. Been a bad host, but I've been very busy. Then another one, Mr. Darby Jr. Is it Odell Darby Jr. has subscribed about a couple weeks ago. So yeah, thanks to both of you guys. Shout out to you, and I appreciate you subbing. But now let's get into the podcast here. So what is this super sampling and deep learning stuff that you're hearing about? What this stuff does is it will take a resolution, let's just say the 720p, and it will give it an upscale to 1080p or something like that, or 900p. So there's a reason why, this kind of ties into what Digital Foundry said, they're trying to do things, they say, in a post-resolution world. And it's like, well, the reason why they're taking it like that is simply because they have to. Because if this stuff does work, if AMD super sampling technology does work, similar to NVIDIA's, if you have a game that's 1344p or whatever, 2019p, I don't know, pick your resolution, it in theory is just going to upscale to a higher resolution. So, King Kong winning would just be so predicted outcome. We'll have to wait. I mean, again, I'm not going to give nothing away about the movie. I'll just simply say I had a big old popcorn, a big old drink. I was a happy boy. So I didn't like getting home last night after 11:45, but that's what time I got home. So, but hit that like button, people. Oh, Brigadier William Witterbeast, how are you doing, sir? How are you doing? So, there's monster fights in the movies. You can tell by the name of the movie. So, Godzilla is getting it. Yeah, I mean, again, it was fun to watch. That's why. It was fun to watch. So, but don't go there expecting an Oscar-winning performance from those actors. That's all I can say. So, yeah. But you think Godzilla winning would be a more interesting outcome? Again, I'm going another way. I'll see these things and I'll end up spoiling the movie. So, again, as far as audio is concerned, it should be sounding better. I don't have game audio sound because that would be way too loud. So, but what is happening, people? Shout out to everybody. I've been listening to a lot of people. I've been listening to MBG. I've been listening to Marlin Gaming Nation. Everybody, Big Cloud, I see is back. That's cool. I know we were talking about backwards compatibility on the PS5. Again, there's been a patent file for cloud-based streaming. Again, they need to make it native. That's all I can say. I mean, I know it's a patent. It doesn't mean it's going to be that way. But again, if it's going to be some type of service module, which it does sound like it's going to be possibly, I want it to be downloadable. I don't want to be streaming it and then because somebody's got a crappy upload or download or something like that, I'm getting buffering. I just saw that. You know, we just saw buffering on this, and I've got Spectrum internet. You know, and I actually thought I was doing pretty well with Spectrum internet, but I'm not. Well, again, Digital Foundry did not lie. Okay, they simply only pointed out, again, they accented what was better on Xbox. But they left out a lot of stuff that was much better on the PlayStation. So again, I'm really trying to divorce myself from the whole resolution war. Like I said, even Digital Foundry said we're in a post-resolution world and resolution doesn't matter. That's the first thing this guy says out of his mouth, you know. But you can clearly see the lighting is better on the PlayStation. The shadows is better on the PlayStation. It's not that what's going on Xbox isn't better. It's just that, I mean, you know, it's like he did this review to accent what was better on the Xbox. I mean, you use it. I mean, again, it's silly at this point. Okay, the Xbox has a native dynamic resolution, so and the PlayStation, I believe, has a higher checkerboarding pixel count. I mean, this is nuts. I mean, what are we doing here? So, you know, it's not that both of them, both consoles, have their own, you know, have their advantages. Neither one of them has major ray tracing. I mean, you do not hear people talking about ray tracing anymore, hardly, and how it's going to be so much better and things like that. Digital Foundry said that they had dynamic resolution. Matter of fact, I had that pulled up, and then when I dropped all my screens down, let me find that again. It won't take me long. But I mean, it's obvious there are. I mean, they were talking about this week between Tempest 3D audio sound and Dolby Atmos. Tempest is better than Dolby Atmos. Atmos, if I'm watching a movie, let me make this clear. If I am watching a movie or a TV show that's going to be 7.1 digital Dolby, then I want Dolby speakers. That's the way it's going to be. I want Dolby speakers. Okay? But, you know, I want Atmos. That's why I went to the movies to watch Godzilla Kong. I don't want to watch Godzilla Kong on my small TV. Okay, I want to go watch it on a big screen. That's what it was intended for. In the big SSDDS sound and RPX theater. That's what I want. Okay? I mean, and that's just normal stuff. Dolby is built for movies. It's built for theater first, your home second. Okay? That's why it's called home theater sound. It's not going to be as good. It's just not. The Tempest 3D audio sound actually mimics the way you hear things in real life. I mean, I'm playing Avengers. There was a scene in Avengers, the video game, not the movies, where these machines, these robots that look like Tony Stark's robots, I guess it would be his Iron Legion. That's what they look like, the Iron Legion. Not the PlayStation Legion from JTech, okay? The Iron Legion. She says they're cutting through. Now, they were cutting through on the left side, and they were cutting through on the right side. I got two different distinct sounds. Because one was coming through a wall, one was coming through like chains or pipes or something like that. And I should be able, and guess what? I could tell the difference in the sound. I could sense when something was getting closer to me because the footprints, because you're hiding with her, I could sense that. It sounded different. Again, so it doesn't do that on Dolby. It just doesn't. Dolby does not have that type of distinct sound. Now, explosions are going to sound probably a little bit better out of a Dolby system. Okay? So it will, you know. So give you an example, when the bridge exploded when the bridge exploded on the Avengers game, the Golden Gate Bridge exploded, and everybody saw that in the demo that they did a couple years ago or last year. It sounds like it's exploding from far away because the way sound travels. I mean, again, it's just better. I don't know what else to say about it anymore. But I'm gonna see if I can bring this up on the screen here. Let me go here. Let me window capture. I'm just going to see if this works or not. It might not work. Okay. No, it's not going to give you a... Oh, hold on. Let me transform. Let me fit the screen. And then, there you go. So the PlayStation 5 is checkerboarded, but it has a higher pixel count. Okay? 3548 by 2016 is a higher pixel count. Isn't 3548 a higher number than 3328? I'm just saying, for all these people that are counting pixels, you know, is it 2016 a higher count? Now, let me make this clear. A native picture will always be a little bit better than a checkerboarded picture, but the techniques at this point, imaging technique at this point, that's really going to close the gap this generation. You're not going to be able to really tell a major difference. And it's not that, and let me make this clear, it's not that there were things on the Xbox that weren't better, because there were. Okay, and another shout out to Foxy Games UK, because he specifically said over a year and a half ago that there would be things that would be better on the PlayStation, and then there would also be things, and he also said there would be things that the Xbox does better, but everything was going to be negligible. It wasn't going to be a major difference, and we're not getting these major differences again that the fanboys said we were going to get. Okay, we're not, and you're not going to. Okay, it is what it is. This is why I'm just to a point now where it's kind of like, well, we have the games have been out for 90 days or longer. The consoles have been out for 100 plus days. We can all see where these games are running better at. Okay, and again, does the Xbox and PlayStation have drop FPS? Yep. Does it drop more on the Xbox? Yep. Again, it's going to, because it has a dynamic resolution. So when it doesn't drop on Xbox, the resolution drops. And I don't have an issue with dynamic resolution as long as I have a stabilized FPS. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about stable FPS. Let me see here. He also pointed out some other things. Let me see if I can find them. Okay, let me see if that hits your screen or not. Can we not see that? Was it not up there? Man, this is trash. Okay. Alright. Let me see if that's it. Now I'm using King. It's fair use, by the way. Fair use. Shout out to KINGTRASH. The image quality on the left is better in this picture. Now I'm looking at this in 1080p. I don't know what you guys are looking at it in. My screen, yeah, I'm looking at it 1080p quality. The image on the left is cleaner than the image on the right. Okay? It just is. Look, especially up here where her hair is parting. Okay? Where her hair is parting. Now there's another one, and I don't even know if I can find this one again. I'm gonna have to be I may not be able to find it again. It does have something to do with her hair though. But KINGTRASH, what he pointed out is the shadows being much better on the PlayStation. The shadows and the lighting. He's right. It was. I mean, I'm not. I'm trying to find it. I may not be able to find it. And I should have wrote this down. He brought this image up as far as lighting. Again, The Xbox lighting looks artificial. This looks more natural on the left-hand side. This is more natural. Again, it's not that big of a difference. It's not. If you all have Samsung televisions, if you have a Samsung TV, Samsung TV has dynamic lighting and it has a natural lighting on it. The dynamic lighting on the Samsung TVs is an artificial light. It makes everything look unnaturally bright. That's what this is over here. That's what this reminds. And again, there's nothing wrong with this. It just doesn't look as natural as it does over here. People are like, well, it's darker over on the PlayStation side. It's supposed to. This is the way lighting diffuses over. You know, when light diffuses across a plane, it doesn't get brighter; it gets darker. I mean, you know, and again, there's nothing wrong here. Again, the image quality is about the same, give or take here. To me, her hair, this is a little more pronounced on the Xbox, on the PlayStation side. But again, it's not that big a deal. You know, I'm not knocking what we have here. I think it's very good. I think this is good. This has better image on the Xbox side. This looks like better images, but I can't really tell the difference. Can you? You know, again, it may be here. And I'm an old man, so I'm trying to find. Okay, this is one about the lighting, and he did pick this up, and I'm surprised nobody else did. So shout out to KINGTRASH. First things first. Look at the. Let me. All right. Hopefully you all can see this. This is hold on, let me get my phone. Hold on. I'm out. Ah! Let me see here. Let me go to YouTube. There we go. Okay. All right. So the screen's up. I just want to make sure. Hold on. Let me put on my headset. Her scarf here. This is unnatural lighting. Okay. Look at her clothing. Look at how dingy her clothes are. But this looks like a clean. This looks like it had all temperature chair put on it. Okay, it looks like it got washed with chair. Now, what does look better is the draw distance. Look at the draw distance. This does look better right here on the Xbox. It does. That's a better draw distance right here versus here. This is blurrier over here. But this right here, look here. There's lighting here because there's a light in it and it's not here. Okay, but you can see the light up here bouncing off her arm. Okay, you can see her bracelet. Okay, that's about the same image quality. But then why is there no light right here? Okay, there's no light right here. That's the lighting's better over here. But the image quality, let's look at the draw distance, is better on the Xbox. So again, Digital Foundry's right. They did point out, I believe, the image here while she was running towards it. And look, when you're running, you're not going to really be paying attention to a bunch of stuff, but the draw this, so it makes sense. But I do believe they pointed this out. And again, this does look better. Let's just be 100% funky. This does look better over here, but this has more of a natural light to it. And you know it, and it should be diffused. Light diffuses. I mean, All right. As bright and hot as the sun is, as our sun is in the solar system, light diffuses as it gets further away from it. That's why Pluto is cold, because it's further away from the sun. It's just that simple. So, but again, not knocking look, Digital Foundry pointed out what was correct. What Thrash pointed out was that these are things that they missed on the PlayStation side. But again, they weren't looking for them because they're looking to accent what the Xbox did well, and that's fine. I want to make that clear. That's fine. Okay. So, then he pointed out again. Let's be 100% funky here. Better image quality right here on the Xbox. Better lighting over here. All right. You can actually see right here the straps that are on where the hooks would be, okay, or things would be. You don't see it here. But again, better. This is better. This is more pronounced. Okay. You can see the red right there on the Xbox. Can't see it over there. So again, this is not bad. I mean, we're just nitpicking, but that's what he's talking about, the lighting and stuff like that. Better lighting shadow over here on the left. Better image quality on the right. That's the truth. Okay. Here they talked about loading and stuff like that. So was this about her hair? There was something I saw with her hair. I mean, all right, now shout out to KINGTRASH again. He just brought out the shadow right here. Again, the image quality is roughly the same. So just a little bit better shadowing. And again, there's nothing wrong with the way they did it on Xbox either. They have better shadows on the PlayStation. So he brought this one up as well. I think this is Bruce Banner. And so again, Thrash talks about how the lighting over here versus the lighting here, they're almost in the same spot, give or take. So, and maybe he's in a shady spot because he's covering shade, and here you can see there's sun right here. So I don't know, to me it's negligible, this picture was. The only difference I see is that you see Kamala Khan back here doing something, kneel down doing something. So, but again, this was done to accent what it does better on the Xbox. And again, I don't have an issue with Xbox having the better image quality. This can you at least point out that there's better lighting and shadows on the PlayStation. So, this is the S and X. So, I mean, I'll take this down. Again, fair use. Shout out to KINGTRASH. Fair use. So, but to me, it's we're to a point now where things are just it's getting silly. And there we go. Does this game have HDR? Yes, mine does. So, are we really doing this? Yeah, I know. They were doing it yesterday. They were tore up. So, the top of the helicopter for PS5 has more assets. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't shock me. It just wouldn't shock me anymore. No real-time ray tracing on either console. That is true. And again, remember, all the games are supposed to be ray traced. Kind of like, well, that's up to the developer. And again, that doesn't mean they won't. Maybe they'll go back and do some ray tracing once the tools get here. So I prefer Raul the God. Again, I prefer frames over resolution. That's just my opinion. Some people don't. But don't say we're in a post-resolution world and then start talking about, again, they both are at 60 frames per second. They both have high graphic textures. I mean, you're looking at negligible stuff. And Digital Foundry did not lie. Shout out to KINGTRASH. He never said they lied, but they only pointed out the stuff that was different on the Xbox, not on the PlayStation. So, I mean, the PS5 wins because they get Spider-Man later. That's right, they do. Spider-Man DLC. So, I assume it won't be free, however. You got to add it on. So, yeah, everybody's has a Hawkeye. The Black Panther's coming. So, yeah, I don't disagree. What's up, Ice Queen? So, it's the PS5 version. Oh, that I don't know. I'd say not because I mean HDR again. I think is a bigger deal than ray tracing, but we'll have to wait and see. So, but I prefer frames. That doesn't mean if you. I mean, they both have a 4K mode. One of them is checkerboarded, and they're like, well, they can't do 4K native. Well, guess what? Neither can the Xbox because it's 4K dynamic. It's just it has a native resolution. It's just that's why I don't. It's silly to get into the back and forth with it. So because they don't understand resolution at all. They don't, and they're still upset. It's obvious at this point that they're mad about 2013, 2014 about 1080p, 900p. I mean, which to me is silly, you know. So, the footage is manipulated. That's hard to. I wouldn't say footage is manipulated. Look, obviously, to me, you can see better image quality, draw distance wise sometimes, and close up, and you know all that stuff on the Xbox. But you have better lighting on the PlayStation. That's nobody's denying the image quality. Just and you shouldn't. But you should not also deny the shadows and the lighting, or being better on PlayStation. So. Just that's all the way I look at it. I don't think it's anything, you know. It's just again that why are they doing this? And then people were saying that there's different people at Digital Foundry that like different things. And Alex, I believe Alex is a big Xbox guy, which is fine because wasn't Alex or was it the other guy who was talking about Control in the photo mode being better on Xbox? Well, they did some type of benchmark. Okay, it was almost like they were looking for something to say this is why it's good on Xbox. When clearly that game looked and it ran better on PlayStation. Well, okay, Dribble Piss, they want to win, but they're not. It's not that they can't. They'll never win. Okay, they'll never win because Sony will always have a bigger footprint than Microsoft. So I don't know why they just can't go and enjoy what Microsoft is doing with their Xbox. It's like they can't do that. They're always trying to argue you down with. They're always trying to argue people down, and it's kind of like you don't have to argue. I mean. And it's simple. The reason why, in my opinion, they're arguing or they're wanting to argue is because they're not getting the outcomes that they keep wanting. They want things on Xbox to be so much better, and it's not. Okay? It's not. I mean, Assassin's Creed Valhalla looks and runs better. Well, I mean, it looks better on the PlayStation. Ubisoft had to patch. Again, they had to patch the Xbox version just to keep up with the PlayStation, and that's because they are using the way they're delivering assets. They are streaming assets into place, and with that game, they just are. So they were able to get the Xbox to 60 frames per second locked, but they had to drop it to 1080p. They was 1080p native and it was dynamic 4K, whereas at the PlayStation maintains 60 at 1440p to 2160p. Now, that's the truth. But they run around and say, well, all these games are running at higher resolution. No, they're not. No, they're not. It is what it is. And again, they act like they're the ones having trouble enjoying the console. I don't have the console because there's not enough games out for it. Shout out to that Isaac Alston or Alston Isaac, whatever his name was. He's like, yeah, you can come back in a couple of years. He said you can buy one in a couple of years. It'll probably be cheaper, and they'll have more games out for it. Like, you know what? He's right. He's right. So that's what I did. I'm like, well, if I buy one, and I'm not, but if I buy one, I'm going to buy one 2 to 3 years down the road. I mean, and right now I don't plan on buying one. So, because my PC functions as an Xbox. It lets me do the same stuff. You know, I have Game Pass on PC. I can now I don't have a big SSD drive. I would have to delete my flight sim game, but I could download download Gears, and I could download Hive Busters and Forza. I mean, I just, you know, I've already beaten Gears. Forza you technically never beat. But Forza isn't as good a driving game as Gran Turismo. It's not. Never has been. Never will be. It's not a bad driving game, however. It's better than Project Gotham. Okay, it is. It's better than Ridge Racer. And I think Sony needs to bring Ridge Racer back. Okay, because they don't have an arcade-style racer like Forza Horizon. That series is an arcade-type racer. And then they put the Hot Wheel tracks on there, and that was like, all right. The Hot Wheel tracks on Forza Horizon it reminds me of Ridge Racer. I'm like, that was a genius idea when Microsoft did that. Genius. You know, because who did not build Hot Wheel tracks when they were kids? I did. So, that's genius. So, but it's an add-on. They don't just bring it to you. You know. Your local has 4 Series X in second hand. Really? What is a CEX? So, is that like a store? But is that a store? I believe that's a store. So, did you say you think Digital Foundry are fraud? See, I wouldn't go that far. I just think that, you know, It seems like, again, that they are just looking for something to say Xbox is better at this, and which is fine. I mean, I'm not. That's what they're doing. I don't care. So, but I'm just glad somebody called it out. So, yeah, I am glad somebody called me that. Oh, Gaming with Personas in the house. What's happening? So, let's see here. I'm trying to see what else people have said. But again, you have better lighting, better shadows on the PlayStation. You have better draw distances, and I mean, I guess if you zoom in close enough, it looks a little bit better on the Xbox. Again, frame rate is about the same. Yet I had people telling me yesterday the frame rate is better on the Xbox Series. I'm like, no, it's not. I just watched the video. This morning. And it clearly, they don't say that. They don't say this. I don't know how they're jumping to these conclusions. You know, the last thing we'll discuss here is the Remedy dev. The Remedy dev clearly came out and said that they don't know. He came out and said, in his opinion, let me make that clear, PlayStation 5 was more ready for this generation than Xbox was. He said Xbox waited to get all the RDNA 2 stuff ready to go, and he said it may be better, it may not be, we're not sure. But these fanboys took that as, you see, they don't have all the tools. They don't have all the tools. He said it was going to be better. Like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Okay, and I don't get, and I do agree with Muscle Bound Gamer, and I'm just going to paraphrase him. I don't understand, and to me it's funny, all right? I don't understand how they are jumping to, because they don't have everything here, that means it's going to be better than what's on the PlayStation, because the PlayStation is just going to be stagnant and not get any better. I don't know how they come to that conclusion, but for some reason, they keep coming to that conclusion. And it's kind of like, no, that's not what he said. and you know, it's amazing that things have gotten to this point. And when you get to the point where you're so desperate, you are reading in between what people are saying. Oh, well, that's what he meant. He just doesn't want to say it. I'm like, Remedy and Crytek devs have already said that the PlayStation was the better of the two consoles. I mean, these guys got mad at the Crytek dev and started emailing him and stuff like that. because he pretty much said, yeah, the PlayStation's the better console to develop for. They got mad. I don't know if you all remember that during the summer. I mean, they got mad. I mean, they were furious with that Crytek dev. Said, well, no, he changed his mind. He changed his mind. He didn't say that. So it's nuts. I mean, at this point, it's funny to me, but it's also sad. So, yeah, it's what sounds good in their heads, I guess. They're still convinced. I think where Digital Foundry made their biggest mistake is when they did the Devil May Cry thing, and when they were comparing Devil May Cry, they said, well, the PlayStation here is punching above its weight. That is already a loaded statement, because how do you know that when you got no benchmarks to go by? I mean, I certainly hope people understand that when I say that. How can it be punching above its weight when there are no benchmarks for you to go by? And all you're doing is looking at numbers that everybody has said to you, including the Remedy developers, said that the T-flops and the compute unit count wasn't important. I mean, he says that plain as day. Okay, he clearly says that in the interview. He says everybody is talking about the T-flops and the compute units, and that's not important because it's all theoretical. He says this during the interview. And man, oh man, when that interview happened, you should have seen the damage control on Twitter. Oh, no, it is important. It is important. It is important. Like, dude, it's not important. The developer said it. Mark Cerny, the genius, Mark Cerny said it. It's just, I mean, you're basing things on what could be. They can't work with what could be. They got to work with what is. You know, and it's nuts at this point. You know, I've never seen, I mean, you almost want to say I've never seen anything like it before, but I have. You know, I just feel sorry for them at this point. I just do. You know, I mean, bragging about Fallout 4, which came out years ago. You know, I mean, Fallout 4 wasn't as good as Fallout 3. And Fallout 3 was the best game out of the Fallout series. And if you thought Fallout New Vegas was better, you're crazy. But that's your opinion. But why? I mean, I don't get that. I mean, I don't get that. And I was listening to a debate early this morning. Next Gen he had Crap Gamer on there and Tim Dog. And Tim Dog if Tim Dog needed, he must have had on Michael Jackson's shoes, because he was moonwalking back everything. He just kept conceding point after point after point. Saying, there's a slew of games coming out for the Xbox. Okay, where are they? They haven't announced a slew of games. What games are you talking about? Okay? What games are we talking about here? I mean, what? Halo? Okay, Halo is one game. It's not a slew of games. You know, this is nuts. You know, and look, I hope the Bethesda buyout. They have plenty of games. But you know, I'm looking forward. I assume that I know there's something going on with Deathloop right now. I don't know what's going on with it. But Deathloop is supposed to be coming out. You know, I've got my Mass Effect ready to go. That's May 14th. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, Kenna Bridges Spears is coming out on my birthday month in August. There was something else coming. Returnal comes out in a few more weeks. So, but yeah, Next Gen 720 is setting up these Xbox guys, and it's stupid. You know, it is stupid. So, and you know, these Xbox guys look stupid. You know, when they go on there, they debate people, and you know, KINGTRASH went in there last week or a couple weeks ago, like on short notice. You know, he didn't even have time to warm up his jump shot. He went in there and just destroyed some Xbox guy. because all they keep talking about is Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass. So that's just, it's like, okay, there's Game Pass, but what else is there? Well, Game Pass allows me to play this game from 2003 at 4K native. Okay, you do realize, man, that was 2003. It doesn't matter. The PlayStation doesn't do this, and therefore Xbox is better. That's like what they sound like at this point. It's like, okay, if you say so. I mean, I don't, I'm too busy playing the games. I'm playing the games. I'm doing that Black Cat DLC on that Spider-Man, and she's fine. She's the way it should be. So, excuse me. Now, they've added stuff to Game Pass. They added EA Access. That's fine. But there's nothing on EA Access that I can't play on PlayStation. It's like, well, we can play Jedi Fallen Order at 60 frames per second, and it runs better, and it looks better. It's got higher resolution. Like, dude, it came out a couple of years ago. I mean, I've already beaten it. It's not, I mean, I would love for them to do DLC to it, or I would love for them to do a sequel to it. Well, when it comes out as a sequel, it'll be on Game Pass, but it won't be day and date. So, I mean, there's yet to be a major announcement of any major AAA game to go to Game Pass. Okay, now they're talking about this always online game. I can't think of the name of the game. Outriders, something like that. That's going to be day and date on Game Pass, and we don't have to pay for it. I mean, this guy was talking yesterday, and what this comes down to is they're broke. Okay, they're broke, and they don't want to go out and pay $70 for games, even though the CFO, I believe, of 2K said, yeah, you all need to get ready for $70 games. They're not going to do $70 games. They're going to do $70 games. So, and I'm just used to it, and I don't know. Hey, I'm PO, can't afford the O and the R, right? But even I know that I can go to the store and say I want to put $10 on whatever game. Like right now, I've got like $20 on Mass Effect, the legendary Mass Effect. So, and that's it for me. I mean, I'll probably put another 20 down on it. Yeah, and I'll probably do that next month in a couple of weeks. So, but guys, that's all I had for you this morning. Like I said, I had to get caught up on some things, and certainly hope that you all are having a nice day and having, it's warm where you are. Looks like we're going to get some rain. Break out my umbrella, Ella. But yeah, just shout out to everybody, and I'm about to be out of here. I do appreciate you. Thanks for coming through. Hit that like button. And I am actually going to go play a little more of this Avengers game. And I will talk to you later. Peace.